following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Good. This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You get great guests, and
well, listen,
keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. The point of living is to believe the best is yet to come. Peter Ustinov. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 312, NASDAQ down 132, S&P's down 35, gold contract up $7.10, trading at $1,092 an ounce. Silver caught a huge bid, folks, up 37 cents, $14.13 an ounce. Gold and silver, they're going to higher prices. Platinum up $10, $8.46 an ounce. You get copper flat at $1.95 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $30.44 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year up 5 ticks, 127.31. We're going to get into that quickly. That is going to be a failure on price and volume. Once again, pretty wild. 30-year all-time highs. Went up 25 ticks, 158.10. King dollar down 44 ticks, 98.98. The euro's at 108, and the yen is trading at 117.85. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? This 3 p.m. hour is so cool, folks. It's amazing. So check it out. The point swing in the S&P today was 68 points. In the Dow, 470, and the NASDAQ, 296 thus far. What I expect you're going to see in here, and this is a sick market, folks, but guess what? This market is going to go topside once again coming into the close. It's just like crazy. I will take a look at this future. Now watch this. What we've done is that you had a vicious downtick, no doubt. We did a downtick of 1,580. The S&Ps themselves get down to, if I take a look at these futures here for a second, what you're going to see is this. Futures got down to 1878. Right now, we're still at 1890. Hasn't got out of it yet, okay? When we hit a low, okay, the low that we were hitting got into this 1878. What it has to do first is get to 1892. I expect we're going to do this. I know it's deviant, all of the above. It's like, why would anyone get in the middle of this? Bottom line, we'll see where this minus 1581 downtick comes in. So now this is the fourth large downtick that we've had in 4 days. What we haven't had yet is an actual rejection of lower price. We'll see where this shakes out. I suspect that we're going to get it, and this is where the deviance comes in, all this market. Okay, so we bring this over, and we put the SPY up. So what you're going to see is this. The SPY, thus far, the SPY, has done 149 million shares, which it is good volume. We're going into 187 million, which is on Monday. You're going into the low of October 2nd was 189.12. Well, that's 211 million. So what we've already done is this. We've got under that level. We're already over that level because we're at 189.33. That would be saying that, guess what? If with the SPY could close at 191.14, that's going to be a rejection not only of the day of strength from the second, it's going to be a rejection of Monday. And this is kind of how this market's been trading. The NDX 100, the 3 Qs. What do we have with the 3 Qs? Same type of setup in the 3 Qs. 3 Qs are down on 49 million shares. You're going into 59 million shares. It's hit 101.75. Well, the low of the day that's going into was 100.48. So inside the 3 Qs, we didn't get down to that level yet. So now your benchmark still is hanging out here about, it's not that much. The 3 Qs don't have to go up that much. It's 102.73. You know, bizarre market, volatile market, yes, all of the above. Oil. Let's go take a look at the oil market. What we have with oil is this. Oil cracked the $30 mark yesterday, got down to a price point of $29.93. Today you're out here. Oil numbers come out. Market spiked down, but yet even intraday when the market spiked down, it couldn't take out this $30 level. You know, so bottom line, we'll see whether oil can catch a bid. It certainly hasn't caught one yet. Now, gold market, different animal. What we have with the gold market is this. Gold market out here today got to a price point of $1,079. That's lower than the last 4 days. You've done lighter volume. You've rejected the $1,079. You're at $1,092. This baby wants to go after the high from the 8th, which is $1,013. We'll see whether we can take it out. My take is that we're going to go to $1,192. $1,192 is the October 15th swing high. Silver. Now, silver's the one that caught a bid, and it caught a really nice bid. SIH. So, what do we have with silver? Silver does 46,000 contracts. It's up 38 cents. You have the wide price spread. You have the accelerated volume. Now, what has to happen out here is that, number one, $14.38. That's the last swing high. You had volume out here, 68,000 contracts. We'll see whether it has volume, number one, and can take that area out. Bonds. We go to the bond market. This 10-year, this is going to be wild watching the 10-year because this is the second day in a row, folks, that the 10-year had juice underneath it. You know, real juice, too. I mean, you know, that baby went up and went up with, you know, with some good juice. Yesterday, the 10-year got to 128. Then, you know, basically gave it up pretty quickly. We traded all the way back down to 127.13. What you had out here today, we've made it to 128.08, and it's backing off once again. You know, so we'll see if, in fact, that gets below the 128. That's what we have to do. Right now, you're a point, a tick above it. 30-year, man, this is really a trip. So the 30-year hit an all-time high. Believe it? Yeah, it did. That hasn't. The all-time high in the 30-year was 158.28. We hit 159.04. We'll see. We've done 332,000 contracts, which is big contracts. And we'll see if, in fact, this can hold the 158.03 coming into the close out here. 30-year, you know, here, so check this out. The yield on the 10-year right now, 2.06. You need a mortgage, folks? You're going to do refinancing? Go get it. Get it right now. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials down 348. NASDAQ off 142. S&P's down 39. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 302. Nasdaq's off 132. S&Ps are down 34. Let's go over to South Africa. We take a look at this rand dollar. Rand dollar, folks, trading at 16.5 rand dollars to $1 US. And what does that do? That's been the 4th day where I've been up here in an extraordinary way. Go over to Harmony Gold. Harmony Gold, folks, taking out a B point of an ABC structure on the way up and taking it out with volume. Harmony's trading 157. It's taken out its swing point from January 7th. And right now, that's $1.75. That's the price projection in this. And there's no doubt this has been a one-way trip. And this has to do with that, bringing money to the bottom line, the rand dollar to the bottom line. What it also has to do with is this, is that, okay, so when you have the miners in particular, folks, okay, what ends up happening is this. So picture this. The miners in particular, let's see what we have here. Harmony Gold has 27,000 employees. So if you go back to 2011, the highs of 2011 in the gold market, you were at $1,910 on the continuous contract. The rand dollar was at 6.5. Well, what happens there is that at that particular level, bottom line is that companies are making money, but guess what? At the gold contract trading at 1,090 and the rand dollar at 16.5, Harmony Gold is making much more money than they were making when gold was at $1,910. The reason being is that gold companies get paid in U.S. dollars. Gold trades across the world in U.S. dollars. They pay their expenses in rand dollars. That's the first part. The second part is actually just as important, or maybe more important, and this is what it is. All these companies have huge debt levels. You know, we've talked about in the past, a couple of years ago, not all of them, many companies in Europe were taking out dollar bonds. Well, what ended up happening there is that their debt is in U.S. dollars. That means that they have to pay U.S. dollars to pay it back. Okay, so check it out. What has happened in Europe is that that's been a disaster because they thought they were getting a good deal, and let's say they were paying 5%. Well, the euro went down, the dollar went up. Bottom line, depending what country they're in, depending how the structure was done, their debt levels have gone up astronomically, like from 5% to 25%. Well, now flip this around. Picture you're a South Africa company. You're a Canadian company. It works in both those cases, big time. You have already taken out, huge amounts of debt. As you take out that huge amounts of debt, what ends up happening is that your payback goes what? Goes down dramatically because you're paying back a discounted currency. So what does that do? What that does immediately, folks, is make your debt levels dramatically lighter. And then what it also does is make your balance sheet so much stronger. So you want to wrap your head around that whole aspect. That's why Harmony's a rocket ship right now. Let's go to Tom in Massachusetts. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
We're doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I got to tell you, yesterday I didn't take your advice. I tried to in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I jumped in on that USLV when it got down to 969.
Thank God. We were talking about that this morning, Tommy and I. What happened, folks, is that Tom called yesterday in the morning show about the USLV. I said, no, don't buy it. And so this morning, silver took off. And we were talking, I don't know if you heard us this morning. We were talking, saying, I don't believe I told him not to buy it. Well, I know why I told you not to buy it. I mean, later you bought it. That's awesome, man.
well, about a month ago, I know you told me, just watch that 991 level. And once it dipped down below that yesterday, I said, I got to jump in on this thing. I'm going to just wait and see what happens here. And yesterday afternoon, it was like, oh, okay, I'm going to jump in on this. I couldn't sit. I just couldn't sit.
I got it. So he has, he's long, folks, the USLV. Now, the USLV is 3 times long silver. So as we said at the beginning of the program out here, silver caught a bid once again. Good bid that it caught. I think he can stay right there for right now, at least till tomorrow morning and see how this attacks, because silver's at $14.15. $14.38 is your swing point. And, if you get volume there, man, if you get volume, you can get action here, man, because they've whacked it down. What has happened, folks, in silver is that going all the way back to December 4th, each and every time it catches a bid, the next day it gets slammed, so...
I think I'm just going to move my stop up into the low 10s here and see what happens.
That's a great thing to do. And what we do know, what happens, unfortunately, inside this and depending where this trades tonight, it could gap. I mean, your USLV gaps all over the place. But listen, I think you caught it, man. Because what you also have out here is that the market, of course, has continued to get slammed, and these gold equities, they try to slam them, and it didn't fly. So there's buyers in the gold market. And as I said at the beginning of the program, which I know sounds bizarre, but, the bottom line is that I suspect that this market, the S&Ps, just tested. What the S&Ps did, folks, is this. They tested the lows of Monday, and the rejection would be, we're getting right next to it right now. ES, let me just see this for a second. I think it's 1893. ESH6. Let me just get the 1892.50. Yeah, it's 1892.50. So it says it's going to be wild watching this shake out, because right now we're at 1891. Those S&Ps, all the cash, the future S&P, they just have to get above that, and you'll see they'll go higher. And that would be a rejection of lower price. We know we got lighter volume. We know we're going into the October 2nd strength, as well as the downdraft from the 24th. That's basically saying that, guess what? And this is the deviance inside markets. That's saying a bounce is going to be here. It's going to come in. And if you're a long-term investor, folks, get your stops in, because this is going to be a nasty market, but it's going to be nastier. This is a very fast market, but I expect that we're in the markdown period now, and that markdown period, folks, is a vicious type of situation, but you still have a shot to get stops in. I think you get action, Tom.
Okay, thank you, Tom. I know silver has a mind of its own, so I'll keep an eye on it.
That's a fact, man. Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go over and we take a look at the Dow Industrials as to what the strength is, the weakness. And as a couple of our tigers saying in the den, they're looking to go long XOM, and that's a trade. It's definitely a trade. ExxonMobil, folks, is the only equity that is positive inside the Dow Industrials. It's up 50 cents. You're trading at $75.70. You know, you're inside that range. Inside the NDX 100, what do you have? Inside the NDX 100, Intuitive Surgical, now 98 stocks negative inside the NDX 100. Intuitive Surgical's positive, and Net Appliance is positive. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You got to love it, folks. I love doing this 3 o'clock hour. Give it another 34 minutes. The Dow right now is down 278. NASDAQ's down $1.18. S&Ps are down 30. You got to love it. We're going to be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 300. NASDAQ's off 126. S&P's down 33. And as we do each and every Wednesday at 30 past the first hour, we have our man, Mr. Darryl Martin. Don't forget, folks, Darryl, my son Tom, myself, we do a great show every Monday and Friday, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, the Nadex Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. You can get that, of course, no matter where you are in the world, right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. Now, when you come over, and we talk about defined risk, this is a great market for that, folks, whether you're a bull or a bear. Why? Because you can put a small amount up on these contracts and have defined risk in the way that this market can go up or down. Like, as I said today, the swing point thus far, that's when I started, not now because we're swinging again, was 68 points in the S&P, 470 in the Dow, and 296 in the NASDAQ. By the time I get off, that'll probably, it's going to be more. That's the bottom line. So come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the Nadex banner on the top of the side. You can bring the exchange up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can see how these contracts trade. Darryl Martin, what's going on?
How's it going, man?
It's going great. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic.
Well, with these price swings, there's no doubt that inside that Nadex product, the great thing is that it's defined risk.
Exactly. And you can use that in a lot of different ways.
You can.
One of my, this is a trade I do one time a year.
Okay.
Okay. So it's literally, I mean, I just, like I do the Google trade, on NASDAQ, like every quarter, all that fun stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I do a trade on the ags once a year on corn and soybeans. Okay. And I'll trade them at other times, but this one I always do. And it's when the annual crop report gets released in January.
Yeah.
Which was released yesterday.
Okay.
When it comes out, it explodes. And usually moves about 2 deviations, which we actually got an exact 2 deviation move yesterday.
I saw they moved. I didn't know what the deviation was. That's so cool, man. Okay.
Yeah, and it usually moves about 2 of them, like literally in seconds. And so I'm in. I got a whole bunch of bid offer spread. I'm down because I'm in 40 contracts, 80 total. And moving. I'm waiting, and then right after the move, boom, up a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
So, and that's with defined risk on a report that normally, if you were trading corn or soybeans,
yes,
or a lot of these other reports like on FOMC and NFP, and on down the list, right? Anything that you're trading on a big report, you should use extreme caution in trading. But since I can use defined risk, and in this case, I can even trade in both directions at once because I have no idea which way it's going to go.
Sure.
I just expect it to move, and because it's the big annual crop report.
Right.
And so I go in, I straddle it, I buy. So if it goes up, and I have a different option that I sell in case it goes down.
Okay.
Just like buying a vanilla call and a vanilla put, at the same strike.
Yep.
And except for, here's the big benefit. People, well, you can just do calls and puts anyway. You can do calls and puts on futures. Well, yeah, but they're Friday expirations or they're monthly expirations.
So you're paying for that time, exactly.
You're paying a whole lot more money for the time.
Yeah.
And the further you are out until expiration, the slower the option moves.
Right.
So basically called your delta and your gamma. So your gamma is really low, so your delta is lower, and it doesn't move as fast. These options expired 2 hours after I got into them. And it's about 2.5 hours.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, seriously.
So I'm getting like maximum gamma, which is driving my delta through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much, almost at max loss on the other two sides. I mean, there's like $1 left in value on them.
Right.
And I expect one side or the other to lose. So I made $15.75 on one side, lost $6.30 on the other. I'm okay with that. That's $900 profit, right?
Yes.
Made $24.85 on one side, lost $13.45 on the other. On soybeans, it had a bigger move. It actually cost me more money too, and it had a bigger move.
Okay.
And so because they both tick in the same, values and all that fun stuff. But it's just it's a cool example, and it's one of those trades that hey, if you have a calendar and you got a phone reminder, like just remind yourself January 1st, find out the day. Like I'd put that as like a every year remind me, so like a birthday reminder. When is the next ag annual crop report?
Right.
And that's whatever I do. A reminder pops up and I do it. And so just for our listeners out there, look for the next annual ag crop report. Learn about Nadex. Learn about spreads. Learn about straddles. You got a year until the trade comes back up. And I do these all the time. You know that. Like whenever I did my show, trading hour, I was always doing straddles and stuff like that.
Right.
But this is just one of those, like every, I do the same thing on whenever NASDAQ, I do it on NASDAQ when Google releases its earnings, and that's coming up here soon.
Yes.
So I'll do the exact same trade. And we'll have to talk about that on the show before Google releases.
Big
on our
time.
Bull Bear Binary Hour on Monday or Friday. We'll
Yep.
definitely cover that trade and just how to set it up.
And they're going to be, let's see, so at the close, February 1st is Google. Okay, cool, man. That's going to be here before we know it. I know, man.
Yeah, so we got to put that on our calendar, make sure we get that on our show and go over the users with that. And there's a lot of little trades like this. You start adding them up, and they're not necessarily, I don't live on this. But hey, I live on trading.
Well,
but,
understanding the concept too is huge,
Yeah.
because what happens here, folks, is that, and if you listen to Daryl's show, bottom line is that he's as he said, he's set this up many times, and you're just looking for volatility. That's the bottom line.
I'm like, annual crop report coming out, it's going to move. Google releases earnings, Nasdaq's got to move.
Right.
You can just go down the list, and so I have this massive list of when things are going to move. I don't know what direction. I go both directions. So that's just, it's one of many ways to trade on Nadex.
Yes.
And but it's sort of a cool way to start off, is to find those consistent things that you can do. There's no doubt. And then you can start adding in other ways. I trade them directionally. I've done that a lot on the air and stuff like that. And I like the spreads more than the binaries. I make money in the binaries. I love the binaries, but the spreads I think are just a lot more fun. And you can hedge with them. We talked about that on our radio show last Friday.
Yeah,
definitely a good archive to go back and people to re-listen to.
There's no doubt.
On TFNN.
Right.
And, but yeah, I just thought I'd show that trade as one example of there's this massive volatility. And we have massive volatility going on like pretty much all day right now.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of ways you can trade that. And straddle is one of them. And I thought that'd be sort of a cool example for the show today.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And folks, so come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the Nadex banner on the top of the side. You can hit that banner. You can bring up the exchange. Now, as you bring up the exchange, they'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. As you do that, you can also test drive Daryl's analyzer. It's a great tool. Now, it doesn't tell you to go long or short, and it's not going to. But what it does do, there's so many contracts out here. First, I'd play with the exchange to understand how these contracts move. Then I'd test the analyzer, because what you'll end up happening, you'll see the amount of contracts, and then you'll see that what contract is best suited for your strategy. And in this market here, folks, which is really cool, it's crucial because the S&Ps, depending what you're trading, whether it's the S&Ps or the NQs or currencies, they're all moving very fast. So what you'll see is different contracts expiring at different times, and guess what? The pricing model is out of whack at certain points. It's not that it's out of whack, it's just that, guess what? There are better contracts to buy or sell.
Yeah.
Period. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
Cooking, man.
Okay,
Enjoy the
man.
volatility. Let's keep it going.
It's a beautiful thing. Look forward to talking to you on Friday, having the show on Friday.
All right, see you then, man.
Thanks, man. Let's go to Paul in California. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
What's happening, Tom O'Brien? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Before I ask my question, I just want to give you a big props on the website, the whole lineup you guys got going. I've learned so much just listening to the Tiger TV all day, man. It's awesome.
That's great, man. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Hey, just
man,
stay there a second. We get a quick break. We'll come right back, all right?
Awesome.
You stay right there, folks. Actually, we want to hear from you. Give us a call. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 340. Nasdaq's up $1.43. S&P's are down $40. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 300, Nasdaq's off 131, S&P's are down 33. We're talking with Paul from California. So you want to talk the S&Ps?
Right. Yeah, let's talk the S&Ps, man. Last night you blew my mind with your long-term breakdown of probably where we could be heading to the 1,500 level on the S&P. I pulled out my chart, long-term charts. I started checking that out.
Yes.
And, man, what blew my mind was that you said, you know, the whole move up, we're sitting at these highs basically on air here, and it looks like 1,500 is where we're going. Do you see that level holding? I know it's kind of hard to tell right now.
Well, it doesn't have to. So this is what ends up happening also, and this is pretty cool, folks. Depending on how, I got the SPY up there right now, and that level, at 1,500, 1,550. Depending on what I found is this, how you come into that level. Let's say if it was a straight line move, yeah, it would hold. If you build more cars, we've been, going back and forth building cars. You come down and you stop before that level, and then you get volume going into that level, no, then it would be a huge problem, because then we'd be into the 1,300 S&P. The 1,300 S&P is the highs of August of 2011. And what you also have is this, and this is where you can get a heads up as to where the market may go, on this downdraft. And what it is that you look at large stocks, and some of them are already broken down, and you see, okay, where did that break down, and how far did it go down, and what is that level that it's going at? And the more that, if you remember, first we had the October 14 level, which I was saying forever, hey, that's where we're going. And it took 5 or 6 months. And the individual equities had already made it there, folks, and then finally the indice made it there. That's kind of how markets kind of moved. You know what I mean? That it'll be subtle underneath it, that you get equities that will go either up or down, and then the indices will follow rote. So that's kind of how we're set up, man.
Hey, one more quick question. In terms of this short-term bounce that potentially we could get here, what are kind of your parameters? What are you looking for to see if that's still a green light or if that's about to break down? Because right now it's looking really iffy to me.
Yeah, but this is what markets do. When everyone's on edge, and, that's kind of how it works, man. Do you know what I mean? I understand, believe me, even when I come on and say, yeah, the bounce is still there. See, the more that this keeps testing, that all this really says to me is that the bounce is going to be bigger than anyone thinks again. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what markets do, folks. It's so weird, man. But, you're coming at the 221 million, you get 180. You're coming into 500 million, you get 180. If you're into candlestick or council charting, what this actually is out here today is a lost engulfing. It's a very bullish sign. At the end of a downtrend, you started higher, you closed lower. That's actually a bullish sign. So I know deviance big time, but cooking, brother.
Right on. Thanks for all your help and all your insight, man. It's great.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Let's go to John in New York. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Okay, I'm glad to hear you're coming to New York next month.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you, man.
Yes.
We're going to be at the Traders Expo and... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can we look at the Vanguard Energy ETF? It's VDE.
Let's take a look at it. So you get Vanguard Energy ETF. Hit a low this week. What's in it? Okay, so... Oh, I see. This is almost like... This is just like the XLE.
It's like Exxon, no?
Yeah. Yeah. So Exxon's 22%. Chevron's 11%. This is the same setup as the XLE. Okay, so did you nibble on this thing today? You buying it? What are we doing?
I'd like to buy it. What price would you recommend?
I'd buy it right here. If you're going to buy it, man, this is the way this goes at these lows, folks. You know, your risk versus your reward is set up really nice. What you absolutely have to do, though, is that you don't give it any juice, man. If this thing's going to pop, it'll pop right now, you know. And you put the stop right under, you know, where you are today, and you know you're at 74, and there it is over there. This thing can go to 82. So you get and where I'm going with the 82, John, is this. I mean, John, is that August 24th. That's your high volume low that it already broke. It's going to be hard for that to get over that on the way up. 82.50. So just make sure that. You know, you're not risking more than $1 to make $3. That's the way you want to set that up.
But do you still expect oil to test the $28 price?
Well, this is what happened. The ABC structure on the way down was hit, and this is what it is. The $28.25 was the ABC structure on the way down of the contract that we were dealing with at the time. When I did this morning, we are dealing with the February contract, and the February contract hit 29. Let's see, CL. We hit 29.89, I think, and the ABC down on this contract, yeah, 29.93. The ABC down on this contract is $30.03. Yeah, because what happens with oil, folks, every month you move up. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that looks like, you know, while it did hit the ABC structure on the way down, you know. And the kicker is that if you go here, you're really buying Exxon and you're buying Chevron, and Exxon's did pretty good. It's in a range, a higher range. Chevron, CVX. Yeah, Chevron is trying to make it into a higher range. Hasn't done it yet. You know, listen, man, you can wait another day. It's not the end of the world. That's the real bottom line.
Okay, but looking at that list you had of its holdings, it looks like it's mostly oil, right?
Oh, the one you just asked me about, yeah. I'll give you what it is. It's definitely that's an oil service ETF. Yeah, you get Exxon's 22%, Chevron's 11%, Schlumberger 6%, ConocoPhillips 4%, Occidental's 3.9%, Phillips is 3.3%, EOG is 3.1%, Kinder is 3%, Valero is 2.4%, Halliburton's 2.3%. Yeah.
That Kinder, is it the MLP?
Kinder.
Got killed?
It's only 3% of it. I don't know. I can't pull it up fast enough. I hit it. It doesn't hit. Okay, man.
Okay, thanks.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Frank in Gloucester. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, a little whipsawed here, but
yeah,
I'm okay.
Slightly.
Yeah. Hey, I want to take a look at Hershey bars.
HSY. Let's take a look at it. We got okay, Hershey Company. The low is 82. The high is 111. It's trading at 83.42. Okay, I see what you're looking at. Let me put this on a weekly first.
Weekly, okay.
Okay. I'd be careful if you're going to buy it, man.
Okay.
This looks to me like it's still building that cause. You know, under this 85, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I see it on a weekly. The downtrend is really sound, isn't it?
Well, what you have, this, you can make the case that from April of 2013, it's actually been building cars for lower price, man. I don't. Yeah.
Hey, you used to have ASA in the gold report. I don't see it there anymore. Any reason why that?
I think what happened is that now ASA. You know what? Yeah, I'll answer that, Frank. As soon as we come back. Stay right there, all right? Awesome.
Okay, sure.
Dow right now, folks, is down 384. NASDAQ 164. S&P's 44. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service, Fibonacci 24/7, is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Frank, and we are talking about ASA. And what ASA is, folks, is almost like a ETF, okay? It's a closed-end, fund in Bermuda. And it has, let's see, so we got Rango Resources and Eco Eagle, Newmont, Gold Corp, Barrick, Newcrest is in Australia, Franco-Nevada, Royal Gold, Tahoe, and Anglo Ashanti. So as we take a look at this, and as Frank said, I used to have this in the gold report a long time ago, and for some reason I took it out. I'll put this back in, Frank. So watch what it's doing, folks. I was looking at this over the break. You probably can see it yourself. So what you're doing is this. Now, this is really unusual, and what's cool about this is this, folks. This is testing. Now, this is down from a high of $36. You're at $7. It's coming back, and it's testing where the bull market started in gold in 2002. So on the monthly, this is what you've done. We've been down at these levels now for 7 months. It had 208 million shares last month. Got to a price point of 678. Well, when we bring it across, and you're looking at these marks here, 640 had 7.2. The next month had 14.3. So that's the risk versus the reward is not bad there. And then if we went top side, let me just figure out where. Be right there. Last time with volume on the way up, it's not bad. $9.98, man. So
I'll watch and see what you do with it. Thanks a lot.
Cooking, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. The market out here, it just came back in, retested the lows again. If we pull up this S&P ESH6, the futures. Okay, so we'll see how this shakes out. So the low of today was 1878. You had 87,000 contracts at that low. You're on this 10-minute bar right now. You get 60,000. We'll see whether it can blow it away. That's just a test of it. Pretty intense, though. There's no doubt. There's, there's no doubt, as a couple of targets said in the den, Asia tonight should be pretty intense. There's no doubt. Gold out here, it caught a bid once again, and bottom line, what I expect you're going to see, we're up 930. You're at 1,094. The swing point out here, the swing high is at 1113. It does have volume up at those highs. So we'll see whether this is an ABC structure on the way up. The 8 point on this would be 1,056. B's 1113. So we got what, 44, 54, 57 bucks. That would get you to 60 and 80 is 1140. 1140 would be the next move up. So that's some good action inside that market, and that is without the dollar index actually moving. The dollar index has been flat, folks, for quite a while right now. The dollar index failed today on price and volume. It did 26,000 contracts. Was getting into 39,000, couldn't handle price. We went to, so that's saying dollar index wants to go to lower price. 97, the swing of 97.25 is game on December 15th, and where I actually think it's going to be going is that we're going down to the October 15th level, which is 94.05. And if you do want to test drive the gold report, folks, you can do it 1 month, absolutely free. Come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, go to investment newsletters. That's where you can test drive that baby. Dow Industrials down 372, NASDAQ off 159, S&P's off 43. Percentage-wise, this is what you have. The Dow's down 2.2, S&P's 2.3, NASDAQ is 3.37. Big numbers, folks. Stay there. We're coming right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Almost everything is more complicated than it seems, but almost nothing is hopeless. Vincent Barnett. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. The Dow Industrials closed down 364, NASDAQ down 159, S&P's down 41, gold contract up $8.40, trading at $1,093 an ounce. Silver up 40 cents at $14.15 an ounce. Both gold and silver, well, silver caught a good bid, up 40 cents. Go back inside the $14 area. Gold, very well, maybe an ABC structure on the way up. 1,054 approximately would be the price target. Silver needs another day of wide price spread, accelerated volume. Got back inside the higher range. Platinum up 12 bucks, $8.48 an ounce. Copper flat at $1.95 a pound. Light sweet crude up 40 cents, $30.84 a barrel. What the oil market did is this. Oil market numbers came out today. Huge inventories, huge bills. Bottom line, oil comes down, but it doesn't break the $30 level. It had finished its ABC structure on the way down, the one-to-one structure. We'll see whether oil can catch a bid. Bonds, the 10-year up 6 ticks, 128.01. 30-year up a full point, 158.17. The 30-year, folks, is at all-time highs. 10-year, just it got a bid. Bottom line, couldn't hold the price. King dollar down 94.6, 98.93. The euro at 108, and the yen is trading at 117.70. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? You have the SPY. It's down 480. You've done 212 million shares. So you're coming into, and you came into the October second level. That had 211 shares. Bottom line, you're coming into a Thursday, Friday. Market couldn't hold the bid. I can actually make the case. This would be pretty sick, man, too. So watch what we actually did here. Man, this is intense. Okay, so you have a high volume swing low at 182. You're at 188, right? Market couldn't hold the bid, called the price, none of the above. We're talking about an ABC structure on the way down. You know, I thought you'd get a bounce that would be higher. Well, guess what? This might be it. And this is what it is. And if it is, because it broke the B point of an ABC today, and it broke it with volume. The volume accelerated big time. Now, check it out. Your A point on this is 207.79, which is the December 29th high. Your B point is 189. So you're dealing with 207.79, 189, so that's about it's 11 plus 7, that's 18 bucks. That would bring you 194, 84, 74, 177, and your high volume swing low from the August 24th level is 182. So, you know, if you're a long-term investor, folks, you better get your stop in. You know, this thing is fast, furious, all of the above. Now, that's on the daily. Let me put this on a weekly for a second because, you know, we have 2 more days in the week, but we get an understanding of the volume on a weekly. So thus far in the weekly, we've done 574 million. You're going into 1.6 billion. You're going into, okay, so we're going to take out the, on volume, we're going to take out the October level. You're going after this August level. And that August level, by the way, remember that was 182.40. That was going after the October high volume swing low of October 2014. That's your SPY. We take a look at the NDX 100. What do you have with the NDX 100? Same setup, pretty intense. NDX 100, your A point out here is 114.24. That was on December 30th, 114.24 to 102.73. So you get 12 bucks. The high of today can be the C. You get 12 bucks. That's giving you 6. That's giving you a 94 price target. 84 is the low that was registered on the August 24th level. Talking about the August 24th level, if we do the small caps, what you're going to see is that the small caps blew it away. This is pretty intense what has happened with the small caps out here. Small caps, IWM was down 333 today. The low of the August 24th level was 108. It was 106 on the 29th of September. We not only took that out, we took that out with volume. We bring this back, and what you're going to see is that the small caps are trading where they were trading in July of 2013. Look at July 2013, and now if you want to see this on a monthly basis, what you're going to see, and this is going to be it looks to me like the small caps are going to be the first ones that are basically going to give us an indication of, number one, how we're going to come into basically this 1,500 on the S&P, and you're going to barrel in there with volume. And this is why. So the small caps, the high of the Russell is 129. So you're down $29 off of that, number one. There's nothing to stop this thing until like $80. That's down another $20. Now, that sounds like a lot, but guess what, folks? We've gone $20 in 2 weeks. No, 2 months, rather. Sorry, 2 months. So what that would do, that brings it down to the highs of August of 2011. Huge problem. Huge problem. Because if we bring back the S&P, and if you want to see where the highs of the S&P are in August of 2011, gets pretty intense. There it is right there. That's 1,300 S&P. That's pretty sick, And it would be very unusual if it's well, at this point, you just broke a B point of an ABC structure on the way down. So that is a big problem, period. That thing wants to go south. Now, gold, just the opposite. We take a look at gold. Gold has rejected lower price out here today. Did it with lighter volume. Gold contract is at 1,093. It looks like this is going to make a run first for 1113. If we get volume at 1113, then you're going to be up at the 1150 mark. We're going to take a look at silver. What you have with silver. Silver caught a bid today. We'll see if, in fact, you can get some follow-through. What has happened with silver in the past month, folks, is that it has got back inside the $14 area 4 or 5 times. Each time back into it, it's got slammed back underneath it again. The $14 area is important because it's a trading range. Now, we got it inside there with volume today. I suspect it's going to go after the swing point of 1438. If we get juice there, then you're going to see some real action. You stay right there, folks. We got a lot of numbers coming up, a lot of companies coming out with numbers right now. We'll have them for you as soon as we come back. Dow down 364, NASDAQ off 159, S&P's down 43. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, no matter where you are in the world, you can get us right on the web, right on your cell phone. You want to watch Tiger TV? We have a great lineup for you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We start live programming 8 o'clock in the morning. We go live to 5 in the afternoon. Then we replay that. So, you know, there's always something on 24 hours. Tuesday, Thursday, we go live from 7 o'clock in the morning till 6 in the afternoon. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we got a great health program. We got Nico and Paige keeping you healthy, or waking you up 7 o'clock in the morning, so 7 to 8, feeling good, getting healthy. John Logan comes on, goes right around the world with you at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you haven't watched Tiger TV, folks, do it. It's awesome, okay? It's just absolutely amazing, particularly for what we do on a technical basis, meaning all of us, or most of us. GPRO. So this is going to be I suspect, a little disaster when this thing opens up. This is GoPro. So GoPro today closed at, let's see, it looks like it's closed at $14.60. They just halted the stock. This has been on a one-way track. Last 6 months, it just went from $65 to $14. Let me just see this for a second. This guy got away with murder, man. It's amazing. So the high of this, and you know, the high of this is $98. And that CEO, they devised a way that he could sell, Nick Woodman, they devised a way that they could sell into the market when, for supposedly his trust, the bottom line, he's controlling the trust, and they just took people that are cleaners. They're cutting jobs. This is the deal. They're cutting jobs. The estimate was $510 million. They are only going to take in $435 million. Let's see what else is. They're going to cut 7% of their jobs. Their gross margin is 34.5 to 35%. That's not a big gross margin, too, by the way. Not for what they're doing. You know, we'll see when this opens. You know, I suspect in a market like we have right now, it's going to be a problem because it would take a haircut anyway, but now that haircut will be extraordinary. Intraday today, talk about taking a haircut, lendingtree.com, it's LendingTree, that closed down $25. Trading at $60. And if you take a look at the stock intraday, it's unbelievable. They were doing a conference. Needham, which is a broker-dealer, has these conferences, and they're pretty big conferences. Whatever they said at that conference, folks, turned into a huge problem. At 10 o'clock in the morning, the stock travels from $84 down to $58. You know, so someone didn't do their homework. You know, at that conference, evidently leaked something that was a bad scene out here. AMBA, after the close. They manufacture high-definition video compression. I'm not sure whether they do business with GoPro or not. Maybe they do. Bottom line, that closed at $44.59. That is trading down. They do. Thanks, Dave. And Dave White's telling us they do. That is down an additional $3 right now. That also has been on a one-way track. That one-way track in 6 months, it's gone from $129 to $40. Let me bring this back. Man, this is a mess too. Yeah, $129. These things are pretty wild, man. Pretty intense. There's the implosions out here, folks, are pretty amazing. Actually, let me go take a look at some of the higher volume implosions. And okay, so what you had out here today, you had Priceline down 4.3%. Amazon was down 5.4%. Amazon was down 36 bucks. Is it 36 bucks? 36. Let me see. Yeah, 36 bucks. Amazon's and ABC down. Oh, look at this, man. Okay. This is trouble in paradise. These ABC downs are all over the place. Okay. So Amazon, the high in Amazon, $6.95. And of course, Amazon's taken over the retail world. So we've just come down $110. We've come down $110 in, 10 trading days. Well, it just took out a B point of an ABC down. Your A point would be 687, which was the low. I'm not even taking the high because it gapped down. That'd be the low of December 31st. What did I say, 687? 687, yeah. The B point is 598. Man, oh man, that's 90 bucks. So that's 515. No, 535. 535 is the next number. That's pretty intense, man. This price destruction out here is pretty intense. AutoZone was down 3%. Lending Tree was the culprit. Well, the culprit outside of this biotech, my God. I won't even bring that up. There's one that was stock was down 81%. That's KBIOQ. Look at Tereso. This is interesting. TSO, that's down 12.5%. Stamps.com's down 10%. Let me bring TSO up. 1 second. TSO. This is a refiner. They're throwing everything out. Oh man, another ABC down. Okay, so they're throwing everything out. Did that go down intraday like this? Yeah, it did. So intraday, the stock went from $104 down to 91. Your A point on this is 119. Your B is 98. So it's a $20 A to B. Gets you $89. This made it in one day. Pretty sick. ADSK. Let's see what we got. Autodesk. What's happening with Autodesk? That closed at $50.87. That's trading at 50.87. Another ABC down. Man, they took some stocks apart out here. So the ABC down. This 63 is your A, 59 the B. That's $9. That's going to get you 947. 47, and right now you're at 50.8. You know. If you listen to our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, which is on every day at 9 o'clock, he was talking about, and has been talking about this for quite a while, the New York Composite. The composite out here today. Now, the composite, folks, are all the stocks and bonds that trade at the NYSE. The composite had been going down for quite a while, just as the transports had been going down. What the composite did out here today is that the composite took out the August 24th swing low. That swing low, August 24th, was 9,509. Right now, we're at 93.74. And what that sets up, and this is where this is going to, get more evidence that, we're building cause here to get into this 1,500 S&P, is that you're trading, first off, you're trading inside the NYA, you're trading where we were in May of 2013. The correlation of August of 2011, which is a 1,300 S&P, is at 81.72. So we are only 1,100 points away from where if the S&P goes to you, you'd be at 1,300. Get your stops in, folks. You get a long-term investor, get those stops in. We're going to come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, swim lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at the Dow. I suspect, so you only had one Dow stock that was a positive out here today. Let's pull this up here. Okay, the one Dow stock, you had ExxonMobil up 0.6%. Bringing the Dow lower, Home Depot is down 4.7%, or $6 at 121. Goldman Sachs was down 6.72, or 4%. DuPont was down 3. Let's go back to Goldman for a second. We take a look at Goldman. These financials have been not only going south. So Goldman is under, in fact, has been under the August 24th level for a good amount of time. August 24th is 172. You're at 158. In 6 months, Goldman has gone from 214 to 158. We take this and put this on a monthly basis. Wow, it's pretty intense. So we're back trading where we were in August of 09. You know, Goldman looks like it wants to trade down to 115, and you're at 158 right now. Pretty intense. Morgan Stanley, we take a look at Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley, that's an ABC down. That went down $1.57 today, 29 million shares. Your 8-point on this. So the August 24th low on Morgan Stanley is $30. Your 8-point on this is $32.70. Your B's 27, so you get $5. That's going to get it into $23.50. Let's see what we get down there, $23.50. Okay, so $23.50 is January of 2013. This is going to get pretty intense on these financials. So when you take a look at Morgan Stanley, you know, on a longer-term basis, you had a high that was established in 07 of $75. You went down to $6.71. Did a counter-trend bounce to 35. You're at 26, and we'll see what happens at 19. $19.66. That's where it looks like it wants to go into. And what that is, folks, that was August. That's October of 2011. This October and August of 2011 is heads up, big time. That's going to be, you know, that's what you're going to be hearing me for quite a while be talking about. You know, first it was the October 2014 level. It took a while to hit that. In fact, when we came down in August, we still hadn't hit it. If I bring this up for you for a second so you can see, we got right next to it, but we didn't hit it. And what that is a high volume swing low. If we bring this SPY back for a second, I'll show you how this is. So the October 2014 low is 181.92. You had 3.9 million shares traded down there. What do? Guess what? You go sideways from October. What do we stay up there? Almost 3, 6, 9, 10. You stayed at a high for 11 months. That's distribution. You're at a high with very light volume. In August, we go straight down from 211 to 182, but we don't hit the high volume swing low, 181.92. We hit 182. We did 3.7 billion versus 3.9 billion. Then we make a higher high, not a higher high, we go higher, 1.9 billion. Well, we're going to go after it now, you know, big number. That's going to be the 182 level. For all you folks up in Boston and Massachusetts, congratulate you. General Electric, folks, this is a monster move. General Electric is moving to Boston. Bottom line, moving out of Connecticut, getting to Boston, and bringing a lot of business with them. You know, what's intriguing, of course, is that, you know, Jack Welch, of course, he grew up in Beverly, you know. So, you know, I mean, the education in Boston, they're saying that they're moving up there. Well, they're moving up there because Marty Walsh, great Dorchester guy, who's the mayor of Boston right now, put some incentives inside there, but that's going to be a lot of jobs, man. That's going to be, Boston is just on fire. There's no doubt about that. So pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing also that, can you imagine being Connecticut, losing, Fairfield, Connecticut, losing that type of, that is a major coup. Major coup. So, you know, it's amazing what has happened up in Boston, there's no doubt. Lendingtree.com. Well, here, let's see. Yeah, housing prices in Connecticut. That's a fact. What you are going to see, there's no doubt, next to those high-end houses in Fairfield, Connecticut. Yeah, you want to be shot those things right now. It's probably too late, but bottom line, that's going to be a problem for, you know, a lot of folks. It's not a problem. So watch how this works. This is where the executives that get moved. Let's look at this again. This is how it normally works inside a corporation when you get a large move like that. The executives, what they will have is this, folks. They will have a firm that, most of the time this would happen, but I can't picture GE won't have it because it's a monster company. When you do a move like that, the executives, okay, it won't be the whole company, that's for sure, but many of the executives that they want moved to Boston, what will end up happening is that they'll buy the house at market price right now, even if the market's going down. And then what they also do is that they give them another incentive to buy up in Boston. So our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, he happens to live in Newton. Newton already is a very beautiful place, always has been. That thing's going to go up again. There's no doubt about it, man. I mean, there's going to be a lot of them that want to basically live on the Western Massachusetts side. No doubt about that. Let's see, GPRO. Let's see if Is that opened yet? Nope. Resumption times. Let's see what time it's opening. So, they're not telling me what time that's opening just yet. Let's get over and take a look at the TLT. So the TLT, folks, is the iShares 20-year bond plus Treasury. Now that closed today at 124.99. It's trading at 120. Wow. 124.26. That's interesting, man. I don't think that bid's right. I have to pull up another. Okay, so this is what it did. Yesterday it failed on price and volume. It got into the swing point from August 11th, couldn't handle the swing point. That was 124.10. Today, gets over the swing point, has the volume, and now you're dealing with the swing point from October 2nd. October 2nd we did 13 million. Today did 15 million. Bottom line is that, it held on price. So if it held on price, that means that it can get into this 126.21 area. If we go to let me go to the 30-year bond. I mean, the 10-year bond for a second. See, the 10-year bond failed. I don't have a 20-year here, but the 10-year failed. It's a nice failure, too. The 10-year got to 128.08. It's trading 127.28. Closed under the 128. That's saying that the 10-year is going to go south. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials down 369. NASDAQ down 159. S&P's down 39. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And GoPro is taking a beating here. Okay, so GoPro closed at $14.61. It's trading right now at $10.96. And we bring this back. This is almost like as one of the Tigers is saying on the Den, it's a camera on a stick that they're selling for $500, or are selling for $500. Yeah, this is going to be, this is never traded at that price point. In fact, let's bring this back. So, wow, this is intense. So check this out. When GoPro went public, it went public at $24 and then did a secondary, folks, at $75. You talk about taking people to the cleaners, and check this out. So at $24, they sold 20.5 million shares to the public. At $75, they sold 11.9 million shares to the public. If we take this and just look at the whole history, it went public, my God, in June of 2014. It's not even a year and a half. It traded the week that it went public from $32 to $40. It moves up to 98. They push more out, and then it's toast. And what did happen in between this, if you remember, there's a lockup that happens inside securities. When the broker-dealer community brings it public, they basically have a lockup. Well, that being said, what ended up happening is that the CEO, let's pull this up, because the CEO ended up getting away with murder on this whole deal. And what it was is that, I want to go through this so I can just see this for a second. He got to sell a certain amount of shares into his trust. He was claiming that, yeah, this is for an educational trust, this and that. There it is. He sold 40 million shares? Or did he get $40 million? 1 second, hold it. Bottom line is that the banking community allowed him to sell, got an exemption, sold into the marketplace, sold, huge amounts of sale of shares. And bottom line, we know what the rest of the story is. The rest of the story is gets the bread, says see ya, don't want to be ya, and the rest of the world goes south. This is pretty intense, man. I can't even find this. Oh, I know what I can do. 1 second. Just give me 1 more second. I want to see holder ownership inside. There we go. Okay, so now I'm trying to get what I want to do here, folks. I'm going to get the ownership by person, the insiders. Inside major holders, holder ownership. Insiders, here we go. Insiders sorted by, okay. So, oh, this gets even sick. Okay, so I just pulled up, that can't be right. I just pulled up the insiders. This will blow my mind if he doesn't even own any shares. 1 second. I just pulled up insiders. Insider major shareholders. I just pulled up insiders and I didn't see any stocks that he owned. That can't be right. Okay, at the commercial, I'll do some more work on that. We'll come back, so we won't. That's pretty. That'd be insane if, in fact, it's all sold. If he sold them all, that'll just be absolutely over the top. That'll blow my mind. It shouldn't, but normally it doesn't get that black and white, that they're out of everything. Let's go up and we take a look at the XAU and the HUI. XAU out here today, trading at $43.05. What we want to see with the XAU, you want to see the XAU inside 43.59. You can make a case that the bottom of the range is 42.72. I think it's a little bit higher. So you came down yesterday and the day before, Monday and Tuesday. And, the volume wasn't huge on the way down, but he had some volume. XAU went from $47.50 down into this $41.84. So you want to see that back inside 43.18. Now that's the XAU. The HUI is in really good shape. So the HUI, of course, is the gold bugs index. That's saying that pure gold is stronger, number one, than the XAU, which they can hedge off more than a year and a half of production. The gold bugs index is trading at 111.99, and that has made like 5 higher lows and 2 higher highs. So that's a decent indication that, number one, it wants to go higher. We also have in the gold bugs index is that on January 7th, that went to 123. It took out the swing point from December 4th, and it took it out with volume. So that's pretty cool watching that whole gold bugs index as to where it wants to go. One of our tigers is saying in the den that the bond market basically is getting hit after the fact. So when I say getting hit, that means that the yields would be going up, the prices would be going down. If we do take a look at the TBT, which is that's the Pro Shares Ultra Short 20-year Treasury, what you'll see is that closed at $40.97. Right now, that's trading out at $41.57. So that's quite a move. It's particularly quite a move because going down 79 cents, that is saying that little baby has just taken back everything that it gave up. Netflix, NFLX. Netflix out here traded down $10. You're at 106. And this little baby, let's see what this is doing. So Netflix right now, that's pushing into the lows. Well, he did 24 million shares versus 33. So Netflix is going to need more volume than that in order to break down. The dollar index, this is going to be intriguing to see how this dollar shakes out. This is why. What you have with the dollar got to a price point today of 99.39, had 27,000 contracts, was going after the last swing points up there that had 38,000. Okay? So what that's saying is that there is not enough buyers at the highs. That's saying it wants to go back down to the lower end of the consolidation, which lays out at $97. Big move. Let's go to Mike in Thailand. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How's it going, man?
Going great, man. You're up early. What time is it? Let's see. Is it 4 o'clock in the morning? What time is it there? 5 o'clock?
4:50.
4:50. Wow.
Every minute counts, Tom.
That's a fact. What are we going to look at?
I just want to run this by you, and I don't expect an answer. I just was wondering if this is even worth pondering, and if it's not, it's not.
Just stay right there. We had a quick break. We're going to come right back. You got to love technology, folks. You can hear Mike from
my call, Tom.
You can hear from Mike from Thailand as clear as a bell. How cool was that? You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow down 369, Nasdaq off 159, S&P's down 42. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. And with Nick Woodman, I can't find how many shares he owns, folks. We got our man Mike from Thailand. So what are we going to talk about, Mike?
I just wanted to run this by you and just give it some thought. And you really don't necessarily have to come up with an answer, because I don't know how your wheels turn so quick. You know, you answer questions so fast, and I don't know how the hell you do it, but I could never do it. But anyway, all right, 3 things. I posted in the den today like a trifecta, just kind of as something for people to think about what we need to really get this market to melt,
Yeah.
3 things. Apple's got to break. The New York Stock Exchange composite's got to break.
Okay, you got that broke today. New York broke today.
You're right. And then Apple. Apple didn't do it, and oil didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, what do you think? I'm wondering if there may be one last bounce. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Well, with Apple, okay, so Apple, the low is $96.43. That was generated last week. It has a high volume swing low out here of 92. It wants to go after that. It looks to me, Apple already did it. Apple, this is going to get weird, folks, because, to me, Apple is looking like, man, the next stop on Apple is somewhere in the 88 to 73 area. And if you get that, man, that's going to be intense, because if you get that with volume, Apple, after that can run down to $28, man, which is pretty sick. So.
I'm looking at 95.4 in aftermarket trading, and that would have been on the 7th. And ever since then it ran right back up, and now only today is it starting to give it up. But if we can slice through there, and we can slice through light sweet and get a close below 30, I think we're really going to melt. But I'm throwing all this after you real quick.
Well, here, let's talk about this for a second. You know, now, folks, what you have is this, okay? The aspect of how we came down is vicious. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, I've said this many times, okay? You don't go down forever and you don't go up forever. That being said, you know, that bond market, what you want to do is you want to keep your eye on these bonds. So the bonds, even, you know, after the market here, are going down. That still generates that, you know, there's going to be a bounce out here. Now, the reason I'm saying that is this, is that if you're a long-term holder in equities, like Bridget and I were leaving a restaurant the other night with the kids, and I'd met some of my friends there, and I hadn't seen them in a while, right? And what ends up happening, first thing they say is that, what's up with the marketplace? And I just looked over and I says, we're here again. If you're long, man, get your stops in. If you're not short, get out of the market. And I'm walking outside and I'm realizing that, oh my God, you know, I hadn't even talked to these guys for a while. That's the first thing I say to them, well, because they asked me, you know, what's going on in the market. But we are here again, folks. That's the bottom line. We're here again, and guess what? You've made your money back. Don't give it up again. That's just what markets do. This is what's so bizarre about markets, you know? And you have nothing to lose by putting a stop in. What you want to do is this. If I'm absolutely wrong and this thing goes to the high, guess what? You're not going to make any money. If I'm right, the difference is that you're going to have what you have, and that's what you got to do. That's what you have to do. You got to do whatever
Let me tell you something. You saved me a lot of bread yesterday during that last hour call because I rolled. I really screwed up a trade. You know, I had this. Looks like we're out of time.
Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Good seeing you, Mike.
All right.
Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look for you speaking right back here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.